There is a quiet pressure that many people feel but rarely talk about openly. It appears slowly, almost unnoticed, and then suddenly it feels like it has been there for years. It's the feeling that everyone else is somehow moving forward while you are standing still. Part 45 is about the psychological experience of feeling behind in life. You open social media and see people getting promotions, starting businesses, buying homes, getting married, traveling the world, building impressive lives. And without even realizing it, your mind begins to compare. You look at your own life and a quiet thought appears. Maybe I'm late. Maybe I missed something. Maybe everyone else figured out life and I didn't. The strange thing about this feeling is that it often appears even when your life is objectively stable. You may have a job, responsibilities, relationships, goals. Yet something inside keeps whispering that you should be further ahead by now, that you should have accomplished more, that you should already know exactly where your life is going. This feeling does not appear randomly. It is deeply connected to the way modern life constantly exposes us to other people's highlight moments. Humans have always compared themselves to others. It's part of how our brains understand social position and progress. But in previous generations, those comparisons were limited to the people around you: family, neighbors, co-workers. Today, the comparison never stops. Every day you see thousands of examples of success, achievement, and progress from people all over the world. And the mind quietly begins to treat those examples as a standard. If they are succeeding this quickly, why am I not? Part 45 explores something important about these comparisons. Most of what you see is a snapshot, not the full story. You see the moment someone announces success. You do not see the years of uncertainty that happened before that moment. You see the celebration. You do not see the doubts, failures, and mistakes that existed behind the scenes. But the brain rarely remembers that. It processes the visible result and compares it directly to your current situation. This creates an illusion that everyone else is progressing smoothly while you are struggling to find direction. Part 45 also explains that life paths are rarely linear. Many people assume that life should follow a clear timeline: education, career, stability, success. But reality rarely unfolds in such a neat sequence. Some people discover their purpose early, others discover it later. Some people move quickly in their 20s, others experience their most meaningful growth in their 30s or 40s. The problem is not that you are behind. The problem is that the mind keeps comparing your timeline to someone else's. But your timeline is shaped by experiences that are completely unique to you: your environment, your opportunities, your challenges, your personality, your interests. None of these factors are identical to anyone else's path. Yet the brain still tries to measure your progress using other people as reference points. Part 45 goes deeper into another psychological factor: uncertainty. Many people feel behind not because they lack ability, but because they are still searching for clarity. They are trying different paths, learning different skills, questioning what truly matters to them. This period of exploration can feel uncomfortable because it does not produce immediate, visible progress. But exploration is not wasted time. It is part of the process of understanding yourself. Some of the most successful individuals in history spent years feeling lost before finding their direction. But during those years, they were not actually behind. They were building the experiences that eventually shaped their future decisions. Part 45 also touches something emotional. Feeling behind often creates quiet shame. You may avoid talking about your goals because you feel like you should already have achieved them. You may feel embarrassed about uncertainty because others appear confident. But confidence is often a performance. Many people who appear certain are also navigating doubt privately. The difference is simply how visible those doubts are. Part 45 reveals another perspective. Progress does not always look dramatic. Sometimes progress is learning something new, developing emotional resilience, recovering from difficult experiences, rebuilding your confidence. These forms of growth are not always visible on the surface, but they are powerful foundations for the future. The mind tends to focus on external milestones because they are easy to measure: income, titles, achievements. But internal development often determines how sustainable those external achievements will be. A person who builds strong emotional awareness and adaptability may take longer to reach visible milestones, but when they do reach them, they are often better prepared to maintain them. Part 45 also explains that life rarely moves at a constant pace. There are periods of rapid progress and periods of reflection, seasons of action and seasons of preparation. If you look closely at the lives of people you admire, you will often notice that their success was not continuous. It happened in waves, long periods of quiet effort followed by sudden visible breakthroughs. During the quiet periods, it may have looked like nothing was happening, but those were the years when skills were developing and perspectives were changing. Part 45 moves toward a more balanced understanding of time. The idea that life must be completed by a certain age is largely a social construct. Different cultures and societies create different expectations for when certain milestones should happen. But human potential does not follow a universal schedule. People change careers in their 30s, discover passions in their 40s, start businesses in their 50s, learn new skills in their 60s. Growth does not expire after a specific age. It continues as long as curiosity and effort exist. Part 45 ends with an important realization. Feeling behind often means you are paying attention to your life. You care about progress. You care about meaning. You care about becoming someone better than you were before. That awareness is not a weakness. It is a sign that you are engaged with your future. The goal is not to eliminate ambition or comparison entirely. The goal is to recognize that your path does not need to match anyone else's timeline. Progress is not a race with the people around you. It is a relationship between who you were yesterday and who you are becoming tomorrow. And when you shift your focus back to that relationship, the pressure to keep up with everyone else begins to fade. Because you realize something important. You are not behind. You are simply moving through your own timeline. And that timeline is still unfolding.